Good evening. Hope you guys having a great night. Today I will be talking about a hardened heart. So this brings me to Exodus chapter 10 and verse 20. Exodus 10:20 says, "But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go." Now we know that this is speaking about how the Pharaoh of Egypt, when God commanded Moses, saying that after Moses asks, "Who shall I say that have sent me?" paraphrasing, and God responded, the I am have sent you. And that's what he told unto the Israelites. And when God gave him this great commandment, and when Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh to tell him what the Lord said to them the about the Israelites, Pharaoh initially Pharaoh was already hardened in his heart that he was not going to let the people of Israel go. He was going to keep them captive forever and forever. And then as a direct result, God sent the 10 plagues to the Pharaoh and much likewise the Egyptians. And before I get any further, I want to focus in on Exodus 10 and 20. Exodus 10 and 20 says that the Pharaoh's heart, that the Lord already hardened Pharaoh's heart. And when you read in this verse just in this context, someone might wonder, hey, why did the Lord harden someone's heart, much less the Pharaoh's heart? And this is where I want to say that divine sovereignty and human responsibility. This passage suggests that the Lord did harden Pharaoh's heart, but the Pharaoh, he already hardened his heart from the beginning, as when Moses said for the very first time a few chapters back, once you read it, that he already refused before Moses and Aaron even said anything towards his way. And God obviously did what Pharaoh was already planning in his heart. And then the dangers of a hardened heart, this serves as a cautionary tale to each and every one of us, is when we have a hardened heart towards the things of God or doing what is morally right in God's eyes, it can not only get in the way of God's will for our separate lives, but it can also lead to spiritual blindness, and it can be a continual resistance, a rebellion against the evidence of his power, as we've seen Pharaoh. He experienced, and his people experienced, the 10 plagues that God put upon Egypt and still did not believe God. And then also, here's another point that I want to talk about is, if we have a hardened heart, when we're searching for relief, we should not be like Pharaoh, who went through these 10 plagues, suffered through these 10 plagues, experienced them, knew it was no other than the power of God. It was the God of Moses doing this. And then you search for relief, or you promise a servant of the Lord like Moses, saying, you will release the people, you will do this and that. And then once everything clears up, there's a moment of relief, respite. You want to go back to doing the same thing. And that's not the way things will go. And that's not the things work, how God ordained things to be. So my question to ask you is, will we run to God? Will we flee to God? Will we name the Lord a strong tower in our life for relief? Or when the Lord does provide relief for us, what will we do with that? Thank you for your time.